I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While other sweater style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man's Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? Good morning and welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. It's good to see y'all. Good to be back. Man, seems like I've been going forever. Seems like I've been going forever. Hold on. You can turn that light on. Yeah, seem like I've been gone forever, man. I miss y'all, man. Miss y'all. Today is a good day. Right, let me start off by doing some things I normally do. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you got some loot and a stick of juicy fruit, somebody say, oh, yeah. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Today is a good day. Today is a good day. You know what I mean? Today is the first day of what we think will be a very, very productive training camp, right? I think training camp starts today. I think it starts with media day and check-ins and physicals and all kinds of stuff. And then tomorrow is some different things and blah, blah, y'all know how it is, right? Y'all know how it is. Today it's like the first day of school or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you got all your books and all kind of stuff. So that's what it is with the Knicks, right? Man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, man. All this summer speculation, we don't have to do that no more. All this, Uncle Freezy, you wrong. RJ Barrett this. And Uncle Freezy, you wrong. Evan Fournier that. And Mitchell Robinson this. And, all this and that. I'm excited, man. So I'm not back at 100%. I'm probably about 80%, man. But look, all I needed to be was 60%. And I was going to be here. Right? So salute to Rafael Diaz. What's good, Rafael, the hardest working man on YouTube? What's good, Rafael? CT in the place to be? What's good? What's good, CT? CT out there grinding, man. I was in my bed with under like 1,000 blankets on YouTube, looking at everybody else, man. I seen CT out there. What's good, CT? Keep up the good work, CT, man. You doing good. Keep up the good work. Bodega Wi-Fi in the place. A1 Day 1. What's good? Subliminal 209, what's happening? What's happening, sir? Yeah, man, drinking that orange juice. I don't drink fruit juice, man. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm sick, I got to, man. You got to have that. You got to have that stuff that you know what I'm saying, that fruit that you know what I'm saying, that orange juice and stuff give you. And I'm not a fan of fruit juices, but in certain cases, man, you can't go without what they give you. You know what I mean? Eli M is in the building. What's good? Nick P was good. Mike Johnson was good. Was good. Was good. Eric Siriel's in the building. Was good. I see you. Infamous New King in the building. Exactly. Vitamin C, bro. Exactly. Some of that stuff you just can't get. Yo, Danny, what's good? What's good? Man, I see y'all out here, man. Hey, listen, and the Bears behind me done rallied and came back. They was like, yo, why you got us pushed off to the side, bro? Let's get it back to the good old days. So the Bears is back. The Bears back. The Bears got my back. You know what I'm saying? So I heard some disturbing things over the weekend about the Knicks. And I wanted to address some of them. And also kind of, well, it wasn't many, but I want to kind of get y'all feeling of what's going on. So first of all, the most disturbing thing was, to me, that I heard was the New York Knicks front office hadn't addressed the media directly in 14 months. That's disturbing to me. And it is disturbing to me in a way that, not that I think there's a rift or that the Knicks don't have anything to say. It's disturbing that in a relationship between two people or two entities, that they would go this long without a formal conversation. Right? Sincere's in the building. The ball don't lie is in the building. What's good? Still Knicks fans, what's good? Streets is buzzing. CT says Knox offered for a second, and nobody gave us a second for Knox. Wow, that's disturbing. That is very disturbing. Where Knox was offered for a second round pick, and we couldn't even get a second round pick for Knox. This sounds familiar, right? We had another player that was offered for a second, and we couldn't even get a second round pick for him. Actually, two players last year. May have been three. Mike Johnson says, who cares? What's disturbing to me is how they run it back. Basically, they just traded two above average defenders for two above average offensive players. Not to mention the draft was, yeah. But you know what, though? That's just one thing, right? That's just one thing. The one thing that had me kind of nervous is that the Knicks didn't talk to them. The Knicks media didn't talk to the media in 14 months. I mean, directly. I'm sure there was maybe a leak here or there, or maybe some reassuring off the record or something. But I'm talking about the official act. 14 months. And I saw that somewhere. I can't remember. I think it may have been Mark Berman, New York Post article. I'll give him credit for that. Oh, Mike Johnson says getting a lot of Giants vibes from the Knicks. Nah, no, sirree. No. The sky is falling vibes. Nah, we ain't here promoting that. We not here promoting the sky is falling. Nah, bruh. Nah. Just pointing out something that happened. That's it. Right now, I'm hoping I'm promoting neutrality. Right. Right now, I'm emotionally neutral. You know what I'm saying? With the needle leaning towards excited. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not stating that I'm feeling a certain way. Right. I'm kind of excited about training camp because basketball is here. Right. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like with Will Salkin, happy training camp day. That's right. My needle is in the middle, leaning towards excitement because training camp day is here. That's where I'm at, and a little bit because as a Knicks fan, I'm healthy enough and in a place where I can get together with other Knicks fans and chop it up about Knicks basketball. Right. That's where I'm at. Put a video out this morning. Man, sick as a dog. I was sick as a dog. And I was like, man, I ain't see my people. Let me at least put something out here so they know I ain't just a lazy bum laying down behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I put a video out. And the title of the video is Karl Anthony Towns is the time now or something like that. I forget. Not that the video was unforgettable. Not that the video was forgettable, but yeah. So the name of it is Karl Anthony Towns trade. Is it time? Right. Check that out, man. I had fun in the comment section, chopping it up with people, man. So when you get a chance, check that out. So the first thing I really, really want to get into, because there are some other things. So I got two things. So this Kevin Knox thing is disturbing. I ain't gonna lie to you. If that's fair, if that's true, and not saying that the person that put it in the chat is putting out fake stuff, but if the organization did that, then that's disturbing about Knox. Very disturbing. Oh, the producer is bringing me tea, y'all. Hold on. She don't like the camera, so let me hold on for just a second. All right, Miss Producer. Yeah. Man, that's awesome when you have a producer that come in and bring you piping hot tea and your favorite tea mug. That's dope. When your producer bring you tea and your favorite teacup. That's dope. Corey Lee is in the building. What's good? Mike Johnson says, let's see how we start the season at least. For all we know, this may not even be a top 8 seed. The Bulls, Warriors, Pacers may be the next. Hawks, Suns, Knicks. You never know, right? You never know. Right. You never know. You never know. But the thing about it is this. Winners are always proactive. Winners are always proactive and not reactive. The dudes that are reactive are always catching up. Don't be a catching upper. Sub says, Knicks are the only team who doesn't have an exact time for media day. Yeah. CWC is in the building. What's good? So the fact that the Knicks haven't spoken to the media directly in 14 months is disturbing. That's disturbing to me. That's a long time to go without talking to somebody that you have a relationship with. And I think it might be an overreaction to the way that we used to do things. I think it's a reaction to the way we used to do things. Like every time a fly past gas, Steve Mills and Scott Perry was in front of cameras, in front of the media. Every time a fly past gas, Steve Mills was dragging Scott Perry in front of the camera. And Scott Perry looked like he didn't want to be there. And some, now that when you look back on it, Scott Perry is like, got the face like, I'm here and I'm professional, but I really don't agree with being in this setting. I feel like we should handle this behind closed doors first. Start the corrective activity and then do the press conference. And Steve Mills was worried about perception of the franchise more than anything. And you can't knock Steve Mills for that. You can't knock Steve Mills for wanting to protect the perception of the most valued franchise in the NBA, even when we were losing. Can't knock him for that. But you can knock him for the way he went about doing stuff. You can knock him for that. So Eric Siriel says, don't be surprised if Julius Randle wins MVP next year. So for clarity, you mean this upcoming season or after a year together with Kemba? Like, are you mean in 22-23? 21-22 or 22-23, just for clarity. And Mike Johnson also says, you know what I realized? If you got a good coach like Tibbs in post games, they say what went wrong. If you got a dumb coach like Fizdale and Judge, they say, I got to look at the film. Right. Mike Johnson, I am with you. Right? Because what they say, and that's an excellent, Mike Johnson, that's an excellent, man, listen, you on point already in training camp. Training camp, the season we just on training camp, and Mike Johnson is already on point. Right? Mike Johnson is already on point. Right? And we just not getting here. Right? Just not getting here. Mike Johnson on point already. Good job. So I wanted to, man, apologize for being a little bit late. Man, I plan to be here at this seat, be here about 5 minutes till the show started. I get here and I find out the Pod Couple edit, it downloaded without sound on YouTube. So I tried to redo it and it wouldn't, and for some reason it won't. And I'm just having tech difficulty with the new, not Pod Couple, I'm sorry, with the new Knicks versus featuring G-Man for Life. I downloaded it and put it on YouTube, and it downloaded without volume, which is a Windows issue. Windows, what are you doing? Trying to make me a Mac user. That's what you're trying to do. And then I tried to download it again in 1080p, just for clarity, just so that the video comes through crisp. And it was weird looking and was slow. So excuse my tardiness. It was tech difficulties. I got trying to do too much at one time. But let me get back to what Mike Johnson said, because I think this is excellent what he said. You know what I realized? If you have a good coach like Tibbs, and post-game, they say what went wrong. If you have a dumb coach, they say, I got to look at film. Not only is this statement spot on, the assessment that Mike Johnson made, not only is that spot on, right? Not only is that spot on, what he described. Listen, Mike Johnson, you want it this morning, bro. You want it this morning. So I'm going to put a pin in this and just talk about this for a few minutes, right? And I know it seems like it's just a random statement, but nah. This statement is what you call poignant, because it's simple and deep at the same time. It's simple yet deep at the same time, right? Simple and deep at the same time, and I'm gonna explain to you why. I'm gonna move this microphone out of the way some. Right, put this microphone out of the way if the mic will cooperate. There, I like that better. So for one, when your coach says, I got to look at film, that means during the game, he had no answers, right? If your coach says, I got to look at film, that means during the game, during the loss, he had no answers. The staff had no answers. The other team was doing something that they were not prepared for. Right? And if he still hadn't figured it out, by the time he got back to the press conference, that means something really went wrong. Either something happened that they were not prepared for. I'm going to say this. They were outclassed based on the situation. I'm going to say the staff was outclassed based on the situation. And we've seen this a lot in New York, and it's frustrating. If you're a Jets fan, you know exactly what Mike Johnson is referencing. Right? And if you have a good coach in the post game, the good coach, even in a loss, the good coach will say, we had problems, blah, 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 and it led us into a situation that even though this positive thing was happening, the negative thing was too much to overcome. We expended too much positive resources trying to overcome this negative thing. They break it down for you. And they won't throw anybody under the bus. So Mike Johnson, thank you for that. Thank you for giving us a talking point this morning. So I also, something else that bothered me. The front office gave Mitchell Robinson the media kiss of death. And y'all know what the media kiss of death is. Hey, Andrew Collinger is in the building. What's good? Yeah, y'all smash that like button. Support your mans. Y'all come through, support your people, man. Smash that like button. Get them likes up, man. Chef NYK is in the building. What's good? Dripmore is in the building. What's good? What's good? So let me get back. So the front office gave Mitchell Robinson the mafia kiss of death. They said, we love Mitchell Robinson during a contract year. So you know what that means. You know what that means. Because if it was a non-contract year, I believe the front office would have said something along the lines of, yeah, his injury is frustrating us. We wish we could have had him around so for blah, blah, you know, to get him in there. You know, the dude's a tiger. He really wants to. Nah, they were like, hey, we love Mitch. You know what I mean? Dripmore says, Freezy, you need the ginger tea. Hey, man, I need something. I need to go outside and do some jumping jacks. Break this cold up in me, man. Can't function like this, bro. I sound like a young red fox right now. Do that work. Keep telling me I look like a young red fox. So the front office gave Mitch Robinson the KOD. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would not be surprised if Mitchell Robinson is getting the treatment right now. You know what I mean? Like treating Mitchell Robinson like he's got senioritis. Like Mitchell Robinson's out of here. You know, we want you to stay, but if you don't, we ain't gonna try to hold you. And it's frustrating to me because we could have got something for Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think it might be over. How y'all feel about Mitch? You know what? I'm going to ask y'all, and at the same time, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I'm going to ask y'all how y'all feel about Mitchell Robinson. Should Mitch stay or go? All right, just bear with me. It's a simple question. It's a simple question. Should Mitch stay or should he go? It's simple. It's right there in the chat. Y'all just click on what y'all think is right. Hewlett Samuels in the building. Eric Siriel says keep Mitch. He been our best rookie in the last couple of years. Pierre Moise says stay. You got to click on the button, bro. So Hewlett Samuel, what happened is this. So Mitch is not fully recovered from the foot fracture that he suffered before the playoffs last year that ended his season. So that happened towards the end of February, I believe, right? And 7 months later, Mitch is still not fully recovered. So Mitch is still not fully recovered from that foot fracture. Brooklyn Buddha's in the building. Was good. So that's one thing that's going on. That's kind of disturbing to me. That for one, Mitch is not fully recovered after 7 months, and two, the way the front office is slow playing this. Like, hey, we love Mitch, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mitch walked in and there was a single rose in his locker. Hard Will is in the building. What's good? Hard Will, what's good, man? I appreciate your work on YouTube, bro. Hard Will, I've been watching y'all, man. They need to let you talk. Hey, Hard Will, you need to tell them, bro. Let you talk and finish your thoughts more, bro. Let him, hey, L, y'all let my man finish his thoughts when he be talking, y'all. He don't talk that much. He don't talk that much. Let him finish. Justin King, what's good? Justin King says Knox is our best rookie or young player. Just he isn't getting playing time. I could see that some, but this training camp, Knox, you got to do something this training camp. JK says, let's go Knicks, and I'm excited about it too. So I won't see y'all at the Garden for the opener. I won't see y'all there because I'll be going to the game October 22nd in Orlando, Florida. I'll be going to that game. And then I'll be going to the Charlotte game November 12th. Basically any Friday game outside the city, I'm going to try to make those. I don't know if I'll be able to make any Philly games that are on a Friday. But if there's a DC game, a Charlotte, an Orlando, maybe even a Memphis, maybe even a Miami, who knows? I'm going to try to make all of those. Friday night games, I'm going to try to make those. Because it's just tough for me to get out during the week. But any Friday games, I'm going to try to make those. Mr. Jackson, 531 was good. So Sub says, just like they loved Frank. Right. Knox and Mitch may be getting that that love like Frank Ntilikina got from the organization. I ain't gonna lie. At this point, it don't really frustrate me, but I'll tell you what it does do for me. It makes me realize that if a front office doesn't draft you, they're not really connected to you. You know what I'm saying? If a front office don't bring you in, they ain't got no ties to you. No matter how much potential you have. Hey, Mr. Jackson, salute. Eli M says, I'm gonna try to make a Wizards game and a Miami game. Hey, Eli M, where you at? Where you at? Are you in Virginia, DC, Virginia, the Carolinas, Georgia? Yo, what's good? Soul Fingers in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the star, Soul Finger. What's good, brother? Soul Finger says, it's early. Let it play out. Anything can happen. Right. Right. White Falcon is in the building. What's good? Hey, White Falcon, how do you think about this, White Falcon? Is it time to trade for Paul George? As a video, man, not in real life. Not no real life stuff, because I ain't speculating about the Knicks getting Paul George. I'm just talking about as a video. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let's get down to some nitty-gritty stuff, right? So over the weekend, I saw the Knicks didn't talk to the media. Mitchell Robinson is not healed. The franchise gave Mitchell Robinson the KOD. Just heard Knox for a second. I don't know. I don't have a source for that. Right. Black University is in the building. Right. What's good? So what are your expectations for Media Day today? So what are your expectations? What are y'all looking to hear today from Media Day? Are y'all looking to hear that RJ Barrett grew? Are y'all looking to see that RJ Barrett is 6'7", 220? Is that what you want to hear? You want to get you excited about the measurements coming out of camp? Are you excited to hear who the coaching staff is excited to be talking about? Are you excited to hear a coach or the organization say a surprise name, right? Like, are you excited to hear Tibbs throw you a bone? Like, I really like this kid, MJ Walker. Is that what you want to hear? Like an impromptu, like Tibbs. They're like, Tibbs. You've been around the guys who surprised you the most. I like this kid, MJ Walker. You're like, wow. I thought he was gonna say McBride. I thought he was gonna say Quickly. I thought he was gonna say RJ. And he said MJ Walker. Is that what you're looking for? You looking for Tibbs to throw us a bone? I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I'm looking forward to. Because we had a long summer, which wasn't really that long. It seemed like it took forever. But now that we here at training camp, it feels as if we need something more. Just throw me a bone, coach. Eli M says he's going to say McBride, LOL, hopefully. But you never know. You never know, man. Soulfinger says nothing over the top. Give us a little height standard talk. Like you said, throw us a bone. Right. And listen, and not a big meaty bone. I don't want that. I don't want the Thanksgiving ham bone, right? Because sometimes a lot is too much, right? Sometimes a lot is too much. I don't want you to totally change the way I'm thinking, but just a little to get me to the season opener. Don't shock the world with some Miles McBride has really been turning the heads of the coaching staff. Even though that would be a welcome surprise, it'll make me think like, well, what do we do with Kemba and Derrick Rose? That's too much. I don't, that might be too much for me. It'll give the Knicks universe too much stuff to talk about. Right? Man, don't ever get sick, y'all. Because when you get sick, even when you think you're at the end of the road, you never at the end of the road, bro. Bodega Wi-Fi says, I want to hear that RJ and Randall can go right. Right. I want to hear, or I should say correct. I also think, because right is a pun, I want to hear that RJ and Randall can go right. And then I said right. Instead of saying exactly my thoughts. Can and will go right. Right. Also want to, in that vein, I would like to hear something like Emmanuel Quickly has been working really hard on ball. And he's put some things in his bag that we're going to like once the season starts. I would love to hear something like that. Right. So what do y'all want to hear? Stafford Don is in the building. What's good? Man, my voice cracking up. I'm going to throw the invite in the chat. I need a co-pilot this morning, man. I need me a co-pilot this morning, man. I'm going to throw this thing in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's so good to be back with y'all, man. Y'all have no idea what I be feeling like when I don't get on, bro. When I don't get on, I feel like I'm missing something. And I am. You know what I'm saying? My connection with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? T. Williams is in the building. What's good? Yo, what's good, boss?
Hey, what's going down there, huh?
Hey, man, ain't nothing to it. Trying to get over this cold.
Man, look, that's not the business. I'm sitting up here, they say it never rains in Southern California. That's a lie. I'm sitting up here, the weather done changed, and I'm like those old folk. Body's talking to me, man. I'm hurting all over.
Bro, it is crazy, man. Evergreen G's in the building. Hey, look who here. Yo, my people here. Cayenne Pepper, what's good? Cayenne Pepper says, I want to hear the Knicks have won the division title for the first time since. Me too, brother.
It would be nice.
Me too. CT3 is in the building. CT3 says, I don't look for them to say too much without saying it full practice. I'm more interested in what they say before their first preseason game. I feel you on that about being more reserved. I'm not. I'm not reserved.
Freezer, I'm kind of like, I'm in the middle. You could throw me a little something. But I am reserved with it because, anything's like Garnett said, anything is possible. Right. The problem is the big story right now is going to be Mitch. And I think that's going to take over everything today.
Wow. How so?
Well, he's the center. The foot, with his foot, the way we went out in the playoffs, and everybody's talking about Mitch. Then it's a contract year for Mitch. So there's a lot of meat on the bone for national media to spin that left, right, backwards, forwards, in, out, So, and then it's enough with the front office not giving us a lot, with them being tight-lipped. Then you got to take into account that a lot of Knicks Nation, a lot of imagination is going to run wild. Because all of a sudden, I guarantee after the day's press conference and everything, there's going to become all kinds of new trade rumors for Mitch, or Mitch is unhappy, or something else.
Right.
Mitch, the situation with Mitch can overshadow a lot. So if you let the national media, I mean, come on, we've been around long enough, man. We to know that it can go that way.
Yeah. I want something. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And I probably stated it, but forgive me for being foggy headed, right? But I just want a little something. I don't want nothing major, man.
No, I'm the same way. Because I don't need a lot. Don't inundate me with all kinds of unnecessary info. Right. Let's know where we were to where we are, your expectations. It's basically to take it back to when your days in uniform, Freezy, when you had new commanding officer, somebody come in and they gave you the expectations of what they expect for their new regime or where they're gonna run things. Just give it to me, man. Just give it, like as my man would say, as Catano said, give me. Let me have the baby without the labor pains, man. Just give it to me and just keep it pushing.
Right. The ghetto intellect is in the building. What's good, Gi? I see you. What's good? Gi, my man. That's my ace right there, bro. Hey, Soul Finger, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey, Gi came through one day, and man, listen, and he just made his presence felt, man. And he been family ever since. Kind of like Soul Finger, you know what I'm saying? Like come through, and it's like, where you been this whole time, man? I'm frustrated that it took so long for us to connect. Now that you're here, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to GI, man.
Yeah, GI should slide through on Run Show, and I've always been one. I've been in the background listening a lot. I know I'm not getting on like that, but I was with Run. But GI put out some good takes, man. Either you may sound, if you don't really listen to what he's saying, you get upset, but then when you step back and let it process, you be like, man, he hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, man, he a thinker, bro.
Yeah, he is. He is. Just like my man Hard Will. I love Hard Will take. The name says it. His name says it all. Hard Will, because he come at you hard. Excuse me, but you got to listen to what he's saying, because he's putting out facts.
Facts. No lie. Right. Hey, and so shout out to those fellas, man. And I just want to I want to finish up this point, man. Then move on to what other people are thinking as well. Right. After years and years and years of, let me do this. After years and years and years of false narratives, over expectations or unreasonable expectations, huge letdowns, self-implosions, just calamity. I'm frustrated with the calamity, and now I just want to have a peaceful training camp, injury-free, and a transition from training camp to the start of the season without drama.
I'm right there with you.
That's basically, that's why I said, throw me a low bone. Don't throw me the Thanksgiving bone, right? The big ham bone, I don't need that.
Yeah, get that drumstick. That just get a little drumstick action right there. That's all I need.
Right. And how it dawned on me, right, is this. So I have a house dog, right? I have a house dog, little yipper. Y'all hear him in the background occasionally. Like every time I get in my bag, he started barking his head off, right? So I have a friend who's a butcher, right? And I was just going to holler at him like, hey man, I ain't seen you at meeting in a long time. Man, where you been? He, such and such. The doctor said this. I'm on this kind of thing. Kind of like that not old man talk, but kind of getting there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not the old man talk, but kind of getting there talk. And I was like, hey man, what you do with them? What you do with them big bones, man? He like a dude come by, just give it to this dude. He come by, it's another one of our brothers that I don't know, but he like, hey, Fifth General TV, what's good? And I was like, yo, let me get one of them bones, man. And he's like, what kind of dog you got? Your dogs hunt? I'm like, my dog don't hunt. My dog can barely find out where his dog bowl at. He either in somebody's lap or he sleep. He's like, yo, dog, sorry. He don't need no big bone like this. I was like, yeah, you do. Man, I took that big bone home to my dog, bro. And my dog, and he looked at that bone. He was like, what is this? I was like, hey, Gaston, this is a bone. Still had some ham on it. Still smelled like it was cooked. Gaston left that bone in the floor, bro. He ain't touch it.
Yeah, he looked at you like you were crazy.
Yeah, because it was too much. It was too much. And then I realized that sometimes bigger ain't always better.
Exactly.
Too much,
Exactly.
too much is exactly what it is. It's too much.
Like, I like to use those 3 letters, TMI. Too much information, man. And we can't get inundated with all that. And then the other thing is, to piggyback on information, is don't go peeking over somebody else fence, looking at what they got going, how they hyping up their team or whatever. Stick within yours. You got to read between the lines on a lot of stuff, man, because it'll go to the point where you lose your mind and you overthinking it. And then you come up with these new hype stories. Oh, we trading Mitch. We trading Mitch for Cat and 3 first-round picks.
Right.
Weird stuff like that. We about to give up the farm. We about to give up the house to get Dame. Nobody said anything about that, man. Or even if they mentioned that Quickly's got range like Dame Lillard, people run from that. Please don't.
Right.
Please don't.
Right. So, where's I got? Brad Johnson is in the building. Brad Johnson, what time is it there? Brad, what time is it there? 6 o'clock. Rich boy is in the building. What's good? What's good? And you know what? I feel you. I feel you about the speculation stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. This time last year, Tibbs got me with the quickly talk.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. You know what, Freezy? I'm not to cut you off. And you said something that just they flipped the switch. You know what it was with the quickly talk and all that?
What's that?
Because we wanted something new. Because let's look at it. Quickly was a rookie, and just bear with me. I'm gonna get my point. There wasn't there was no college ball. People were like, well, who is this cat? Let's be honest. If people knew that Quickly had range like that, we wouldn't have got him at that. He would have been higher in the draft. I'm gonna put that on. So people didn't know who he was, but then he got out. We had a game. And things weren't going in. IQ got in. Oh, salute. Hey, IQ got in, and he started firing it up, and we were like, who is this kid? Right. Then he was, seeing things like he had the little floater, the go to float going on and all that, man. So people were like, we were falling in love. So, I mean, that hype built it up, which is good. It's good. So I say all that to say this: when you came to it, we were so. I mean, after that whole fiasco we had before, the other front office, man, they couldn't lead ants to a jar of honey, man. It was just that bad, man. They couldn't put things together. It was like like people talk about IKEA furniture. You got the directions, you can't follow them everything because all and everything else. That's how the front office was going. That front office compared to what we had then to what we got now, we went from blah to ah. That's just what it is. And we were thirsty. We were hungry. and in the IQ situation, just ripped the lid off everything for us.
Right. Right.
Top of the morning, family. Top of the morning.
Was
Salute,
good.
GI.
If I could jump in on the topic, I read an article this morning. I woke up and it was sitting in one of the Facebook groups, and I was like, "Oh, that's the New York Post," because this time of year, all the clickbait's going crazy. Clutch
Right.
Sports, balling out of your mind.com, you know, trade Ben Simmons hot trade updates.org, all these clickbait sites that
Right.
have the information. But I saw an article and it said, "Oh, the New York Post." Oh, let me read this. It was a positive title. And as I read through the article, man, the writer wanted to hate, but he couldn't, man. He
Don't you love it?
paralleled what went on under Scott Layden, what went on under Isaiah Thomas, Phil Jackson, and he just Steve Mills. He just talked about the difference. And here was the most important part, because I think this is where we get in trouble, Freezy, especially on this network. He specifically said, this is the first time in 14 months Leon Rose is broke. 14 months? Freezy, you and I are speculating every day. And we talking every day.
Every day.
Rose hasn't spoken. I don't know if that's a good thing, because I'm from the troll era. I'm from the land of where you can say less and do more damage. So I've seen people sit in the office quiet, and you say, "Oh, we call it in the corporate world, we call it looking LBDN, looking busy doing nothing, right? Oh, back here moving around, taking this piece of paper frantically, and you just look at it, you say, oh, that person's busy."
Right.
So I don't know if he's been busy for 14 months, Freeze, but I know he hasn't opened. Tibbs hasn't talked in 3.5 months. But when they came out and talked, Freezy, they said the same thing. They said we can develop these guys. These guys aren't championship caliber, but we trust that we can develop them. So now I hear it. We expect to get a lot of run out of Kemba Walker and Rose. But if we don't, we're prepared to roll out McBride quickly. And so I actually try to hear the plan. We're going to go all in. But if these guys don't work out, we're not afraid to walk away from that and develop our guys.
Right.
I am black and white, so it's hard for me, guys. Soulfinger, it's hard for me. I like a solid plan. I like to stick to that plan. And if that plan don't work, I want to reevaluate risk management and put together a new plan. The Knicks are moving 2 or 3 plans at the same time with contingency. We'll see if that works. But even the media, the New York media, couldn't hate on the plan.
Right.
And it goes back to what we've done. I love it because they don't know what to do because of the way we've been operating. Because in the past, oh man, it was all kinds of jokes about what the front office and what the Knicks were doing as an organization. We were a joke. Now you can't do it. So now the national media is looking. They're looking for the next joke or whatever. But they're still waiting in the weeds to try to jump out there and wait for us to go, aha, I got you. Right. But it is what it is. And I do like I'm saying, it goes down to planning and preparation. Basically, this new front office is following the 6 P's. And if you don't know what the 6 P's are, proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And that's what we're doing. Yeah. And I like that. But, just give me a little bit. I don't need a lot, man, because I like to sit back and let the process work its way out. Give me information ahead of the time so we don't have some kind of stupid surprise. You can't plan for everything, but you can prepare for the best you can.
Man, Yo, man, Brad Johnston, man. I hate to hear that, bro. You know, that's what I was. So, yo, so y'all, hey, man, listen.
Praying for you, bro. Praying for you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. You know, we have been the entire time. So, hey, so Brad, so we have been the entire time, bro. Don't think, you know what I'm saying, that we forgot about you because we haven't. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, we don't mention it all the time don't mean that we forgot about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, we praying for you to have a speedy recovery. You know what I'm saying? We hope everything goes well. You know, we hope what we offering is at least, you know what I'm saying, something that can help you get through it. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me and Stephen Fox talked about you one night, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a shocker to me. So just keep in mind that we pulling for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah,
I jumped out the car. Was y'all talking to me?
Nah, we was talking about Brad. Brad.
Oh yeah, Brad from Australia, am I correct?
Yeah.
Land down under. Yeah, good man. He's beat me up a couple times. But I think when he came back, it was like Soulfinger was saying, guys don't take my takes because I'm so passionate sometimes. So my emotional intelligence gets the best of me. But after everything calmed down, they said, "All right, it wasn't bad what he said." But I gotta be. I could be a little rough on first impression sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then plus Brad got the medical thing going on. We kind of shooting him some bail. You know what I'm saying? You know, his brain tumor came back. So we try, you know, we shoot him some bail for that, you know, dealing with some stuff. You know, we all dealing with different stuff at different levels and stuff. But you know what I'm saying, by us doing this Knicks fellowship thing, man, it's you know, we try to pull everybody through, you know what I'm saying? Because we got this one thing in common, these Knicks that frustrate us half to death. So it's kind of how we cope with other stuff. You know what I mean? So
it brings
man.
levity. It brings levity. Life,
yeah,
like I'm gonna be honest. One of the most basic things I ever heard, and you know us, we like sports. So if we could get all our history, our math, our science through sports, all of us would have been much smarter people. But Jim Valvano, as he was passing away, he said, "Listen, I just want one thing. I want my day to move me in joy, in pain, in the same day. I want to laugh and cry."
Yeah.
And man, I'm gonna tell you something. That was so profound because it just prepares you for every emotion. So when you look forward to it, you're prepared for it. You're gonna cry. And I'm not saying to look forward for it, but when you're prepared for it, you get to wipe the tears and move forward quicker. You don't get stuck in that moment because you don't want to get stuck in depression. And brothers, man, I'm just happy I have y'all. You know, we go at it sometimes. I'm frustrated with Freezy now. I want to take this really cool cheap trip, but he's dragging his damn feet. But I still love him because it was his idea. And if I don't go on the trip, I can't be upset because I wasn't thinking about it. But I'm spoiled. So Freezy, when you offer me something, close the deal, baby. I want to do this, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and for the record, I'm not the foot tracker. I have to hear from some others. I ain't gonna say their name on here because I ain't gonna push them in the ditch.
No,
I'm gonna just say,
don't throw him under the bus. Do me a favor. When you text him later, say, "Man, come on, man. T.I. is chomping at the bit, man. He ready to do his piece, which is one of the biggest pieces. Let's go."
You know,
and if y'all watching, me too. I got a plan and budget for stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't just jump out of, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Hey, so Jay Boogie's in the building. Anthony D is in the building. What's good, Soulfinger? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's just a little something. But look, you talking about Jay Boogie, the man, the myth, the legend, often imitated, never duplicated. There's only one.
Yeah, man. Jay Boogie is in the building. Place to be. Jay Boogie you put that bad mouth on me yesterday, Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie hate to see somebody shining. Hey, Soul Figure, man, listen. So I'm in the fantasy league with them, dominating and talking that noise, and Jay Boogie steady, you know what I'm saying, walking under ladders and you know what I'm saying, and stepping on cracks and splitting poles, you know what I'm saying, trying to mess up my shine. Jay Boogie, man, Jay Boogie, you a hater, bro. Jay Boogie, you a hater, bro. I was looking the whole time like, Jay Boogie, what you mean? But shout out to my brother, man, Jay Boogie, man. Love you, bro. Hey, Trav, I see you in the chat. What's good? What's good? So one of the things I wanted to see out of training camp, the two things I'm most impressed, or the things I want to see the most coming out of camp, and I know this is petty, but height and weight measurements. That's something I look forward to every.
You know, that's not petty though. Seriously, because not to cut you off, I'm correct. I think I know where you're going. I think I'm already picking up what you're putting down. And if I'm wrong, you just tell me. I respect it. But that tells you, you know, height and weight. That especially the weight part. Who's been putting in work? You can gain weight. Like you had. Okay, let's use Mark Jackson. We knew Mark Jackson came in. He would play himself into shape.
Yep.
We want to know who's coming in shape already, you know, or they put on 15 pounds. Well, 15 pounds of what? Right. Or 10 pounds of what? Because, you know, there's different ways you can put on weight. You can put on that good weight and put on that bad weight, man. Right. So, you know, are you out here in California, out here in Dago getting the carne asada burrito, you know, carne asada fries and chips and stuff like that? Or you eating, you know, you eating real lean and putting in the work? As simple as that. Who's ready? Is RJ and Randall going to the right? Because that's a big thing. Yeah, inquiring minds wants to know.
Right. Because I saw a thing that said, because when Knox came into the league, right, I saw an unbiased website, and I say unbiased because most sites, they don't care nothing about height and weight because they're not putting you on the floor. But it had Kevin Knox listed at 6'8", 197 right before the draft. And I was like, 6'8", 197? That's crazy. And then all the NBA stuff had Knox at like 6'9" and a half, 206. And I'm like, 6'9" and a half, 206? That's crazy. Knox is 6'10", 206. Basically, you know, 6'9" and a half, whatever. You're like, God, you know, and they come to find out my man ain't really 6'10". He's 6'8". You know what I'm saying? And come to find out back then, he was, because I heard him say, going into the draft, he was eating, trying to get up to 200 pounds and couldn't get there. And then
you see how long that dude's head is? He's 7 feet. He's 6'8" to the neck. He got another 6 inches ahead. Pause.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Hey man. Hey Brad. Hey, I want to hey Brad, after this, man, I want to connect with you on something, Brad. You on social media or something? I'm talking to Brad Johnson. I just need to reach out to him for Brad Johnson for something. I need to talk to him.
I'll be ready to answer every time you say Brad.
I forget. Right, my bad. But hey, so let me bring my man in. Yo, what Jay Boogie was good.
Top of the AM, man. First day of the week, man. Monday. Be blessed. Don't be mad you got to go to work. Be happy and grateful you got a job. Get up off that weekend rack and get back to getting some money and get some bread, man. First thing first, man. Shout out to all y'all great men doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? My brother from SD, you know what I'm saying? The young E40, you know what I'm saying? The Scully man himself, my young brother, Mr. Freezy, you know what I'm saying? Continue on supporting and following and respecting and rooting for everything he doing. My man Ghetto Intellect. When intelligence come out, man, prepare to understand what the brother building and acting on. I want to send, you know what I'm saying, some love and respect to my man, Mr. BJ, Mr. Brad Johnson. I understand what you're going through a little bit. I was born with that, you know what I'm saying, at birth. I had the surgery scar still in the back of my head. So I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, a lot of love and, you know what I'm saying, remorse and everything you're going through. But we're gonna continue on praying and doing everything we can on our part to strengthen you up, man, to give you the motivation, you know what I'm saying, for you to get on point with how you feel and and being back the great person that you are. Keep following the chat, man. Keep following the shows, man. You know what I'm saying? So we continue to motivate you. Freezy already know I just, started off a little intellect, you know what I'm saying, in GI form. I sent $50 for it towards you. Anything you might need, I just push that button, you know what I'm saying, to the chat, you know what I'm saying. Anything you need, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do my best to help. That go for anybody, because I remember when all y'all was there for me in my rough time. So with rough times, we all come about, you know what I'm saying. That's what this Knicks family's about. It's loyalty, man, and respect for everybody, you know what I'm saying? We ain't just fans, we great people. Salute, three capital S's to everybody in the chat, man. Blessings and blessings and blessings. Enjoy your day. Our lives are unattached. Life is here, man. Live, man. We pray, man, for everybody's health and strength right now, man.
For sure. Yeah, man, for sure. Jay Boogie, man, listen, it's good to see you.
Man, it's great to see you, man. I ain't putting nothing on that team, man. I just let you know, man, what's going on in this fantasy, man. My squad strapped, man. I got the best receiving core in the league, man. You see Justin, CeeDee Lamb played at night. Well, I got to sleep with Mike Williams, the best receiver in the league. Man, oh my God. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Bruh. All I'm saying is I saw banana peels all over the place yesterday. I said, hey, listen. And so they threw, and listen. So Thursday night, Christian McCaffrey missed a pass, and I think he got hurt on that play and tried to play through it. If he had caught that pass, I'd have won this week. He didn't even need no yards. All I needed was the reception. All I needed was 1 point.
1 point.
And I'd be 3-0 right now.
3-0, man. 30. You know what I'm saying? The great 30. The Dave Megan, New York Giants. The Bernard King, New York Knicks. The Cornrows is back with the Bernard King and Julius Randle. 30. Yeah, 30 is a big number, man. But guess what, man? You got to be Deion Sanders, 21.
21.
That's a great guy.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Is that dude Derek J, whoever he is, Derek J, if you're watching, that 4-leaf clover you got, you better tape those leaves on, bro. You better hope one of them leaves never come off, bro. Cause you got me. You got me by the skin of your teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Derek J.
Derek J got me by that pass that pass that Tom Brady threw to number 25 and it hit off his fingertips. All he had to do was catch it and fall down, and you would have lost.
Man, I played a T8-10 pick this week up in Vegas and put the mother load on it, and everything came through. But guess what happened? It locked up. It locked up on a teaser. That when you play teasers, it don't drop. Let me tell you where it locked up at. It locked up on what game was it that locked up? The Seattle, Minnesota game. I took it over. It was at 55, 8 points. It went down to 47. The total locked up on me. A 10 pick. Oh my God.
Bro.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, man. So I'm gonna get back to this Knicks talk, but what I want to do was say this though to what Jay Boogie is saying, and to some Giants fans that's hurting.
Oh
man, it's early in the season, man. Calm down. Yeah, most teams got 14 more games to go. 14 more games, bro. I'm not gonna say the Giants gonna be 14-3, but man, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Calm down, bro. After 3 games, man, calm down. What
man,
we talking about?
Man, please, hey. We're not talking about nothing, man. We get ready to get 2 of the top 3 picks. We're gonna get the Bears pick and our pick. We ain't nothing. I ain't gonna let you twist me up, make me think we ain't coming back, do nothing.
Hey, I say this here because it's duly noted. I'm a who that and everything. Man, after that game, we got beat up, got a mud hole stomped in us, and turnaround stump drive by the Panthers. Man, cats were losing their mind. But I'm like, it's early in the season. Everybody's gonna have a bad game like this.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. Just stay the course. Now, if you start having consecutive bad games,
Right.
may want to push the panic button. But I mean, it's early in the season. Just like you were saying with this, we on the first day of training camp. We'll have the first day of interviews and everything. I know some people are ready to jump off the boat and go over the side like Jacques Cousteau. It's one of them things, man. Just be patient. Just let it unfold. Now, as you said, Freezy, we'll see how much meat they leave on the bone for us all.
Right.
Man, we ain't even played the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, or the Broncos. That division is crazy. We ain't even played the top-notch Tampa Bays in New Orleans in that division, man. We ain't even got dancing inside our division. It's over with, man, for us. So,
well, y'all the one wanted Joe Judge. Y'all should have had Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy was the hot assistant at the time, and y'all was like, nah, man, we straight. We gonna take Joe Judge.
Well, I'll say this though, you can still get Bieniemy because I mean, it just depends. I mean, granted, they signed this new coach. He's a new coach and everything, but your front office, man, that's where everything's got to start.
Yeah,
front office got to make moves because it's no way. The thing, this is the thing, and this is for me on the outside looking in. It's easier for the Giants to get people to come play for them than it was for our Knicks at one time. But if you're looking at it now, the roles are, we'll see how it goes. But now people want to come into New York, come to the Knicks. The Giants still got that name, that mystique and everything.
Man, say that again, man. Say that again, man. In reference to man, I ain't gonna let you just ride over with that. Say it again, man. They want to play for us.
Hey, look, people want to come to the Knicks, man. You see that now, just like with the Giants. They still want to come to the Giants. It's the front office, man. You got to get the front office in check. That's what we did. As you see the results of a front office, what we have with our beloved Knicks. Got that front office in check, and now things are starting to go the way it's going to go. The Giants need to do that. They need to clean house on their front office because you got talent, man. God, you got talent. But you got to build that O-line. You got to get the right coach in there because I really hope y'all don't wind up giving Jason Garrett the head coach position. I really, really don't. You starting up already.
Bro, that's how we do it.
Yeah. Hey, I want to tell you this, Boogie. Bird had been asking about you, man.
Who that?
My daughter, Bird, she's been asking about you.
The Bird. Tell baby girl, man, I said, what's up, man? Keep doing what she's doing. She her own roadblock. Get there. I want to see her in the WNBA. Get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you some when they get going. I'm gonna shoot you some some videos of her. She back. She at the school she wanted to go to, and she got a hell of a coach, man. My man Kerry Miller. That he's the businessman. That's my man. He does real good work with them girls, man.
That's what's up, man. Freezy, you all right, man? I hear you had like slight Jadakiss going on, man. Some come aboard, try to help you out, man. You up there, doing your topics and talking about and all that there, you know what I'm saying? You gonna treat us like Dipset Jadakiss?
Nah, I ain't go. I ain't sending out murdergrams, bro. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? What it is whether it's rain or shine, I like kicking it with everybody anyway. I love being on the panel with a bunch of people, man, because you know what I'm saying? To me, it's more fun kicking it, you know what I'm saying, that way than it is being by myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but it you know how it is, bro.
Yeah. I just appreciate you letting me in the door, man. That's all.
I man, listen, man. First of all, the door is always open. The door always open, bro. So, but yeah, man. I'm excited about this training camp, though. I'm excited about training camp. But at the same time, if for once we can have a drama-free training camp and season and just go through and focus on basketball stuff, bro.
You know the difference between this year and last year? We had all the upcoming drama because the unknowns. But now we're coming in this season with high very high expectations, something we haven't had in years. Think about that.
What is that expectation?
You know what? It's going to be playoffs again, but the seeding. I really think in the media, in the national media's eyes, can we get past the first round? Because they want to see us get to the second round and then probably fade out. For a lot of us Knicks fans, I think we have. I'm gonna say within Knicks Nation, you have three different groups. You have three different groups that just want to get to the second round. You have some that want to get to Eastern Conference Finals, and then you have others want to get the chip. A lot of us get the chip. Where you're going like full on in. Me myself, seeing how this team is constructed, seeing that the other things that are going, and then you're gonna look at it how Atlanta even they got hot at the right time. We could get to the Eastern Conference Championship. Seriously. I'm not being all pie in the sky, taking feelings and emotions out, but I'm just looking at where we were short on and how we improved. But for that to happen, we have to see games to be able to process and see what other moves will be made by the trade deadline. So you got to take that all in account. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that could go on with that. We're playoff bound regardless. I see us getting 51 wins. I see 52 wins. That's where I'm at. Low end, if we don't get that, the low end, 48. 48 wins for the year for us on the low end. High end, we should top out at 52, seriously. I could see us being anywhere between improve to the third seed, or we stay at the fourth, but between fourth or fifth. We're going between between 3 and 5. I can see us, and that can be anywhere between the tip of a ball, the way the ball bounces.
Right.
So that's where I see it.
I would say, if I want to do a projection, I think a reasonable projection is this. And it's multi-layered.
Yeah.
I see the Knicks offense, the pick and roll that we ran last year, will be exponentially better because you have 4 weapons on offense.
Yes.
Out of the starting unit, and the things that make the pick and roll work, which is the threat of the 3 from the pick and roll handler, is in effect now where it wasn't last year. Right. And I'm not blaming Elfrid Payton or Derrick Rose or Emmanuel Quickley. I'm saying that our screen setters were not good screen setters.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily take that open 3-pointer from 23 feet once we got the man screened. And also, I see an exponential jump from Obi Toppin and Mitch. I think you will see a reasonable progress from Emmanuel Quickley and RJ. And I think you'll see Julius Randle step into the top 15 MVP conversation. Right? Now, I know that's a lot, but don't look at them as a bag full of stuff. When you look at the individual things themselves that I just mentioned, can Julius Randle go from a top 30 player to a top 20 player? Yes. Can Obi Toppin build on the progress he made in the playoffs in his summer league?
Yep.
Yes. Can RJ Barrett benefit from having floor spacing every night? Yes. Right. Just those things alone, I think, will help the Knicks. Man, my voice trying to go. I might have to get me some tea. But just those individual parts alone, coupled with another year with Tom Thibodeau and playoff experience, I think that is why Thank you, man. I think the Knicks making the playoffs last year is so underrated. Playoff experience for young players.
That's huge.
It's so underrated that the preparation it takes to go into regular season games is ramped up about 300 to 400%. Because for one, once you taste the playoffs, you want to get back there, right? And two, the playoff intensity. And me and Jay Boogie were together. We felt the playoff intensity in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Together. Me, him, Rob the Nick, Hoodie Cav, a bunch of others. We saw the difference between a regular season game and a playoff game. And you saw RJ soaking it up like a sponge. Like you saw the difference between, I'll give you an example. The shot that RJ Barrett hit on PJ Tucker when we beat the Houston Rockets, Leon Rose's first official day on the job, and RJ Barrett in Atlanta, Georgia in Game 4. RJ Barrett hit a game winner, and it might have been one of the best moments of his life, right? But in the playoffs, that loss was 10 times bigger than that game winning shot he hit against Houston. 10 times bigger, even in a loss. So what I'm saying is the guys together get more experience, or take that playoff experience and continue the momentum, then get another year of Tibbs, and then in a personal growth. So when people say, "Hey man, Uncle Freezy, you crazy. This optimism you showing is over the top." Nah.
But that's not over the top. That's actual. If you think that's actual real thinking. That's realistic thinking.
It's real life stuff. Like I compare it to, like, there are certain things that happen to you for the first time in your life, and it changes your life forever. Like all of us can attest to this. Our first job, we probably had to work 3 weeks before we got paid, right? You put your week in a hole, and then payday come, or blah, blah, however it worked. 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. The first time you got your check and you saw your government name on it and money beside it,
yeah,
you was like, yo, you know what? Whether that day was upsetting for you or not, it's a day that you won't ever forget, right? Because you worked for something and you got paid for it. And you got to do this for the rest of your life. Work and get paid, right? Or it's like the first time you kissed a girl. You know what I'm saying? All before that, you know what I'm saying? You writing notes and blah, 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 and whatever. And you like, yo, you a kid doing such and such. But the first time you kissed a girl and it meant something, you never forget that. And it's kind of like the same experience, so to speak, the same vibe, so to speak, for young players. The first time they make the playoffs, the first time you make the playoffs, you never forget that, because you actually playing for something and you got a shot at winning something that you can never be taken away from you. Even if you're in the play-in game, you got a shot to win a championship.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to get deeper in that, man. But I'm gonna grab some tea right quick, man. I'll be right back.
CWC, what's cracking, fella?
What's going on, y'all?
What's
how
up,
you doing?
Man? What's happening? Ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on with you, man?
No, he froze up.
Man, I know you didn't come over here and freeze.
Yeah, he did. Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
but
ain't seen him in a minute.
I mean, for real. Man, hey, Bud, I got to tell you, though, I can't wait for this season, because, I'll be waiting for them, for you get that motivational speech, because, you get them fired, to get everybody hyped up, ready. Even, hey, I mean, we had a loss that after that. I know it was after that was the first playoff loss. You came in, people was ready to, like I said, jump off the side like Jacques Cousteau. They were ready to. Hey, they were done. You had to give people that talk, got everybody right. So hey, this year is going to be a special year, man. It really. I think it's going to what's going to happen this year is we're going to forget about last year because we're going to build up so well off of from that. And I say that because what Freezy was saying, these guys playing that they got to taste the playoffs, man. And it's like, think of a baby. When you feeding a baby and you get that baby something they like for the first time, they get them yams for the first time, the baby get to smacking and popping them lips, want more and get to reaching.
Right.
That's our team right now. They got to taste them playoffs. Them yams, they got to taste, but then you sitting back looking. And then the other thing you got to take into account, Julius is mad. A lot of people, I don't think people really think about how heated he was because of how he went out. You reached all this. Julius is mad. So we're playing with we got a mad Julius, a mad Manhattan Mauler coming back with the same thing. And if he and he's been working on his game. And then you got you got the young Broadway bully and RJ who's been working on his game, had to taste the Olympics and everything. And he was doing some stuff there. But then you got Kimba coming in, Kimba and Evan Fournier. It's like it's starting to look like a perfect storm if you stand back and look at how everything is starting to be constructed. Because we really didn't have major changes. And those key things that Freezy brought up is the consistency and learning. You can learn a lot from a mistake, man. You learn. I think you learn more from bad things than you do the good, because the good make you feel, good things you all happy about, but then them bad things you don't want that. So you don't want to go back to feeling like that. So you make sure you prepare so they don't go back that direction. So it's gonna be a special year, man. It's in this press conference, like you said, it's gonna open up eyes and stuff, and the media don't know what to do. It's a new day. You won't have to see Max Kellerman on ESPN talking all that garbage,
all that sideways mess.
That's you trying to use us like Stephen A. does with the Cowboys. So it ain't gonna happen, But it's gonna be something, man. Because I'm ready. I'm excited for the growth. I want to see the growth and see how fast the two new pieces gel with what we have now, and then we make that run. Because we're not gonna shock the world. I don't really look at it as shocking the world. We're just doing what we're supposed to do.
Right.
But why can't we shock the world? That's the question you gotta ask. Why not us? Why can't we do it? Because really, the Phoenix Suns wasn't really all that until they really got, a general. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That can carry them over the hump. We got multiple players that know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Before you learn how to win, you got to go through defeats. And we've been going through a lot of defeats. Now we got to get to the other side of the win mode. Last year we was playing to win. This year we got to play not to lose. So I look for our growth in our team and our situation to be a whole lot, higher than what it was last year. Along with taking the L's and stuff, that we got last year, those was learning experience mode situations, And you got to, learn something before you be able to, teach somebody else what you've been through, You don't go through nothing in life, you can't get to the other side to appreciate where you came from in that life. And we came a long way as a New York Knicks organization, man. We was down at the bottom, and everybody, we all was wondering, how can we be like this? We the #1 franchise. We this, we that. How we not this? How people don't want to come here and do this no more? Why we not where we supposed to be at, man? We the Mecca because we were off balance, man. But now we got some balance. And finally, the seesaw don't, change this course. It go up and down. When the more weight get on this side and you go up, guess and believe that weight that's pulling you down is the ugly weight. I want that weight that's gonna rise me up. See, a lot of people don't want to be at the top of the seesaw. They want to be at the bottom of the seesaw because they want to get off. But when you get off, guess what? You don't rise up no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we are at right now. You know what I'm saying? The season is here. The season started when we lost to Atlanta. Because I know me, Freezy, all of them, we walking around pissed, mad, angry. You know what I'm saying? I know they was mad and angry. Julius mad. RJ mad. You're supposed to be mad. What you gonna do about the straightness? You had the whole, you know what I'm saying, on season. I don't call it the off season. Look, you had the whole on season to work on your game, to get over your feelings, to better yourself. But don't just better yourself. What you gonna bring back to the table that's gonna make the team better? Because we got a team right now, a whole elite surrounding of a squad. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose can go into the game, say tomorrow night, and go all the way out 31 minutes and don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, playing the next game because we're that deep as a squad right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole team, man, 15, and we got 20 people on this squad right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a great bench. We got a great office. Everybody is working. Everybody doing what they're supposed to do. The plan is finally formed and came together. You know what I'm saying? And we're not done yet. Don't think we got a finished product. We're not done yet. But right now, we got multiple doors open. You know what I'm saying? Backing up if certain things that don't go right, we can do something else behind it. Like G.I. was talking about early, we got different things. We was just going in with one plan before, and when that one thing ain't work, it was over with. Now we got this, we got that, you know what I'm saying? We got all the players, we got draft picks, we got cap money we can open up. We got multiple things to continue on building this process in the right direction. I'm glad the season is getting ready to tip off. And it start with you little leprechaun looking, you little Boston.
Yeah, man.
I got something for you. Game one of the season, got something for you, man. You little leprechaun.
Right, no doubt. And you know what? And so what I compare it to, man, is when I started boxing in the military. I used to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like when I started boxing in the military, I was really boxing in the military because I used to get into so many altercations. Like, I'm not a bad guy, man, and I ain't trying to say all that stuff, but basically it was like, hey, man, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't listen, I'm gonna put you over here in boxing to straighten you out. And that's what happened. So, but when I started boxing in the military, the first guy I boxed, he was the post champ, and he was the post champ, and he was on my team. So I had to spar against him every day because he was the only. He was like, man, you know, Uncle Freezy, I'm glad you're here because I don't have nobody else my weight to spar against. And what I didn't know was he was getting dudes out of there and they was quitting. I didn't know that, right? And so he's like, man, I'm glad you're here, man. We need for you to stay around. And so he was buttering me up, taking me, you know, like, hey, man, what you want for lunch? You know, blah, 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 whatever. And then the first time we got in the ring, man, J Boogie, listen, he pawed me up so bad. I was like, I tried to call a timeout in the middle of the round. I was like, trying to call a timeout, right? And so I went back to the corner, and the coach was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "Hey, man, that joker got 5 arms. He got 4 fists. You know what I'm saying?" And he's like, "No, he don't, man. No, he don't." He's like, so he was like, "You know what you need to do, Uncle Freezy? One step at a time." Because he didn't say this, but this is what I'm saying to y'all. You right now, you like them Knicks. Like, you got some talent. There's some stuff in there. But what you have to do is take things one step at a time. Mm-hmm. So when you go back out there, instead of trying to knock his head off, try not to get hit first. Like, make him miss you a couple times. And then come back and tell me what you saw. And so I went in there. And so I was making him miss. And it was awkward. He was like, hey, what you running for? And so I was making him miss. He was exerting the energy or whatever. And then I went back. I was like, man, I'm tired. But he was like, hey, but he ain't got 4 arms, do he? And I was like, no, but he got 3. He was like, but last round you said he had 4. So now he only got 3. So now, so he was like, so next time you go out there, just don't get hit all the time. Just make them work to hit you. And then so, you know, I went in And he was like, no, don't punch. Just move. Don't let him hit you. And he laid up, man, and hit me with a haymaker in the gut. And it felt like I got shot in the gut by a cannonball. And it wised me up, right? Just like Julius Randle got wised up, right? You know what I'm saying? By getting hit with a haymaker with his first time experiencing something, right? So the further we went along, I wound up being a post champ at that weight. I ain't gonna tell you the whole story. I'm just saying fast forward. But I had to take baby steps. And this Knicks team has to take baby steps. Because Trae Young looked like he was 3 people against us in the playoffs. And we don't need to get a Trae stopper and go get us a Trae Young. All we have to do is make sure Trae Young is 1 player against us this time. Right? Even up the odds. You know what I'm saying? And take incremental steps. And that may be something as simple as having more offensive playmakers on the floor and making Trae Young work on defense. I'm sorry. And then not having to save all his energy for offense. Because that's what we saw of Trae Young in the playoffs. He saved all his energy for offense.
Yeah, he played no defense.
The teams he played in the postseason, us, Philly, defensively, Trae Young ain't have to guard nobody.
Nobody, because they hit him well. Him well. I'm just mainly with us. They hit him on Bullock.
Right, and against Philly on Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But see, you know what? That's where the great minds of basketball come in. See, you can't do that against LeBron. Some of these guys you can't do that against because they pick that out. That's where these guys. I don't want our games to get better. I want our intelligence of the game to get better because LeBron would have put you in that high pick and roll, made you come here. You know what I'm saying? You're not hiding over here like he did to Steph Curry when they came back and go, no, come over here, Steph. Him and Kyrie was taking turns. We know you can't play no D. You don't want to play no D. We need those type players to, you know what I'm saying, to highlight those things, you know what I'm saying? When people trying to hide Trae Young and hide these players, make them play somewhere. Put them in high pick and rolls, make them switch off on a player, do something to them, you know what I'm saying? And that's what makes great basketball teams, you know what I'm saying? Boston Celtics back then with Larry Bird and all that. See, I look at now, these guys, they high picking at the top of the key, 3-point line, maybe free throw, or maybe on the baseline, side to side, whatever. Back in the days, Dennis Johnson didn't have great speed as a ball player. No. But you know what they used to do? They used to set him a high pick. When I say high pick, I mean in the backcourt. And Dennis Johnson was great at running you right into a brick wall at full speed that he can go because you're going to run full speed and bam, you run into a wall and fall on.
Robert Parrish would set a screen.
What? The Monster Man. Yes, the Monster Man. But just like Freezy was saying, you got to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? To learn how to fight. You know, my mama, I tried to run inside the house a couple times. My mom's kept telling me, "Why you come in here? You gonna get beat up today. You gonna learn something today. Yeah. Take me out there and learn how to take them bumps and bruises." You know what I'm saying? You got to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? To start beating other people up. You got to take losses to become a winner, and then you got to take losses to start taking wins. And then when you start winning, then you become a winner. You know what I'm saying? You got to take those lumps, man. And we don't took them. Julius don't took them.
Right. Hey, these L's that we take last a lifetime, bro.
Yes.
These L's that we take, bro, they last a lifetime, man. We used to call them one to grow on. Yeah, I took a lump. It's one to grow on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Knicks took last year. Mm-hmm. And while I'm not saying that the Knicks are going to be the 2021-22 NBA champs, I think they will be better because of the playoff experience and another year under Tibbs. And these cats are so young that the combination of Tibbs and playoff experience will help them grow their game because their weaknesses were exposed. And now that you know what your weaknesses your weakness is, you can work on it.
That is true. You know, the fact that we learned something, our team learned something after last season. You know, we're focused. A lot of us are still looking at the last game, the playoff game, but it's much more than just the playoff game. It's the entire season that you got to look back at. And then now we got Evan and Kimba coming into the mix. You know, my thing is how fast will they gel as with the starting lineup? Because you look at it, our bench is going to remain the same. Pretty much majority. I mean, we got the 3 young guys we got on the bench. You see how they get integrated in. And then you got to look at the fact with the injuries that we have. Mitch may not be ready, but you know, some may get to see Jericho Sims sooner than what you expected.
Right.
That's something to think about. But as soon as we get the gelling and become one, man, this is a dangerous team, man. And like you were saying, I was saying that, yeah, I really don't. Reason I say that about us not shocking the world, because they're going to do everything I expect and know that this team can do. For me to be the shocker is for us to come up short and not perform at the level that I know we can do. That's where I'm at, because I do have high realistic and high expectations of this team because of the way we're coached, our front office. I mean, everything, man. We made good moves,
Right.
and in my opinion, that's the way I feel. And so I think we're gonna be a dangerous team. They're gonna be talking about us again in a light, but you still gonna have those snakes waiting in the weeds to try to pounce when we slip, if we slip.
So,
Hey, the great Charlie Ward cousin, he back in the building, man. But I gotta chime off. You know, I was trying to go in this building, but I see I lost my signal. I gotta go put this lady
Me too.
orthopedic bed together. Then I'm gonna come right back. I ain't gonna be long winded if you're still there. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
But
no
I'm still in the chat, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute.
Word, no
All right, Jay Boogie.
No, Jay Book.
Yep.
What up, Uncle Freezy and Soul Finger?
What's
How
going
y'all
on,
doing, man?
WC?
Good, man.
Chilling, man. Hey, Uncle Freezy, man. I think you was right, man. I think we should go out to Towns, man.
Bro.
He 25 years old, and I think we should go out. I think he's the missing piece what we need,
Right.
and we don't have to give up Bry and Grimes either. We could give up the people with like Noel. We could give up him, Burks, and some draft picks, and it'll make the money match too.
Right. Right.
And Knox.
Right.
And if we get Towns, that made Little want to come.
Amen. For the one time in a very long time, the Knicks have options everywhere. Because we could keep this team together and rock and see how far it can go.
Yeah.
Or we can keep this team together for a while, see what we're missing, and then go get that piece. Or we can go get the piece right away and let the new piece and the current team develop chemistry and see how far that team can go. Right? And I know that's like 3 distinct options. It's 3 distinct, but the fact is we have the options. And years past, we never had these options.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think we should go after it quick because, Charlotte, they got some pieces too they could throw at Minnesota for Towns.
Right.
Because they deep too, like the Lakers. The Lakers and the Knicks and Charlotte, we deep with like the roster.
Right.
And plus with Toppin, how he going to play in front of Randall, man? You know what I mean? That's going to be hard.
It's going to be very hard. But let me ask you this. What team do you think is going to be the surprise team in the NBA? What team is that's off the radar right now that you think is going to make some real noise in the NBA, maybe shock some teams?
You talking about the whole NBA, the East or West, or the whole NBA?
No, the whole NBA, the whole NBA.
I think Charlotte. I think Charlotte. Because they got the point guards. And I don't know who their center is though. But
They
they
signed
got both.
the kid from Denver, Mason Plumlee.
Oh, they
The
did?
dude the athletic dude that be setting them hard screens.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I
got
know
him from
Plumlee. They
Denver.
Brooklyn had him at one time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Plumlee good. I like Plumlee. He good. He just remind me of Capella from the Hawks though. Like his style of play.
Man, and believe it or not, that dude will dunk on your center. He is a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
athlete.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he athlete. I like Plumlee. I'm surprised the Knicks ain't wasn't trying to get Plumlee though.
Wow. Soul Finger, who do you think is going to be the surprise team in the NBA this season?
You know, that's a good question. I hear what CWT was saying about Charlotte, but I don't think Charlotte's under the radar surprise team because they had all these high expectations because of LaMelo
Right.
and the move they made. Possibly, maybe, because you hadn't heard anybody talking about them, could possibly be the Pacers. Just throw something out there. You know, think about it. They were injured and everything. They jumped on us on our draft pick. Salute Chop Low.
Chop Low is in the building.
I think Pacers like injury prone though, man. I don't know. I think they get hurt too much.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why they under the radar. Think about it though.
Yeah.
I just threw them out because remember at one time they were hot. They were the talk of the town at one time, and then the injuries came. They made the trades, and they fell off. So it's a possibility. You know they.
Oh,
They
you know
stay
who I
healthy.
think? You know who I think? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead, bro.
I think Washington with Kuzma and Harold them.
Good. That's a outer way that could be under the radar as well because the people are probably writing them off. Most people are individual writing them off because of the move they made, and it could be addition through subtraction.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Good point.
So.
Good point.
Because I think a lot of players can't play with LeBron James, and I think Kuzma is going to shine like Randall. He shine with the Knicks, and Kuzma might shine with Washington.
I saw a interview with him, and he basically that's what he alluded to, that he couldn't play with LeBron. You got to play a certain way, so I can't play my game. And it is duly noted a lot of cats can't play with LeBron as much as they talk about it. You got to do it his way.
Because they had to be perfect to play with LeBron James.
Well, sometimes you got to take a lot of steps back. You don't take 2 steps back. You could be taking 6 to 7 steps back in your game.
Yeah.
To play with him.
But that just showed me Kyle Kuzma still ain't mature.
True
because the thing about winning championships is everybody have to sacrifice in order to win a championship.
You know, Freezy, you said that the biggest person when you come to mind, think about Chris Bosh. That's the person who made the biggest sacrifice of anybody I ever seen play.
Yeah. Did you remember? So I got a couple of points I want to make real quick. So for one, Kyle Kuzma saying that as a young player makes me think I want to stay as far away from him as possible. Because for one, you basically play the same position as LeBron, small forward, power forward. LeBron ain't ready to sacrifice his minutes because you want to play. Right? Secondly, LeBron James is former league MVP, multiple NBA champion, and you think your way is going to be better than LeBron's? No, Kyle Kuzma, calm down. Take these lessons and learn. Learn how to be a winner. Because here's the thing. As many points as Michael Jordan has scored, right? Dominique Wilkins scored just about as many points, right? But nobody even remember Dominique Wilkins no more.
True.
You know why? Because Michael Jordan won championships. As many points as Michael Jordan scored, Alex English scored just about the same amount of points. And nobody even remember Alex English. You know why? Because Michael Jordan won championships. Right? Dominique Wilkins, to me, in my opinion, was a better offensive player than Scottie Pippen, right? 2 times better. Maybe 3 times better. Maybe 4 times better than Scottie Pippen, right? But Scottie Pippen played a role with the Bulls and won 6 NBA championships. How many championships did Dominique Wilkins win? 0. Right? So Kyle Kuzma, when you're a young player, bro, take these lessons as one to grow on. Kyle Kuzma should have heard my boxing story about how Sugar used to paw me up. And I learned every day incrementally, like how to take these lessons one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, until I got to a certain point. Now, with that said, Chris Bosh used to do LeBron in individual matchups.
Yes.
I used to love to see Cleveland and Toronto because Chris Bosh used to ISO LeBron. They used to run this play, and Chris Bosh at 6'11", 230, right, used to run this play where he'd be ISO'd on LeBron James because he had something to prove to LeBron. And he like, how you get to be the number 1 pick? I should have been the number 1 pick. And he used to give LeBron the business. And you can see the tears in LeBron James's eyes that Chris Bosh hated just not LeBron, but the circumstance so much that LeBron James, the golden child, got picked number 1 over him when Chris Bosh felt like he should have been the number 1 pick in the draft. And Chris Bosh took that to run. And this is Chris Bosh post Vince Carter. You remember Toronto fell out with Vince Carter, right?
Yes, indeed.
And Toronto was looking for a hero, right? Because the hero should have been Tracy McGrady, but he left. It should have been Vince Carter, but Vince Carter left. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, the next star we get, we're going to embrace him, right? Here comes Chris Bosh, right? They get Chris Bosh used to give LeBron, Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, all them guys. He used to get, the business. People think Chris Bosh was just a good role player on another team.
No, Chris Bosh was the truth.
That with the Heat. Chris Bosh was the truth. And that left-handed Jake, bro.
Well, hey, Freezy, you remember there was a time that we were looking at trying to figure out how to get him in to New York. There was a time in free agency, and the thing is people look at what he did. He sacrificed. Out of anybody ever seen in the NBA, I think he sacrificed a lot. And
he changed his game.
He changed his whole entire game because before they were looking, teams were trying to draft the next Chris Bosh.
Yep.
This cat was going out to get you double doubles. He was a 20 and he could drop 30 on you with his eyes closed.
Yeah,
what he could do on the floor and his defense.
I saw him sprain. He sprained something like on a Tuesday, like early in the week. But ABC had been pushing the game. The Toronto Raptors versus the Phoenix Suns and blah blah blah. And the Phoenix Suns at the time had a young power forward that wore number 1. That was springy and bouncy. He was trying to make a name for himself too. And what happened was that young power forward, I think he dunked on Chris Bosh in a game, and Phoenix won the game going away, right? And you could see Chris Bosh is like, the next time I play this dude, I'm gonna score 70, right? And so we was looking forward to it, bro. Phoenix visited Toronto up there in that environment, bro. Bruh, all I'm gonna say is you needed the jaws of life to get Chris Bosh off of Amari Stoudemire, bro. He would pull Amari out and make him defend him on the perimeter and go right. It was like the road runner and the coyote, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Chris Bosh didn't have a point guard. All he had was a goofy number 1 pick next to him named Andrea Bargnani. I don't know if you ever heard of him before.
Who was that again? Who was that again?
A goofy point guard?
No, a goofy number 1 pick named Andrea Bargnani.
Oh man, don't even start on that. Don't start on that. Don't start.
All Chris Bosh had, right?
Hey, Freezy, you open up old wounds because you know what I'm referring to.
Right, I know, and I don't want to even talk about him. It hurt my throat to say his name, right? But that's all Chris Bosh had, and he gave Amari Stoudemire the business, right? You couldn't stop Chris Bosh, but Chris Bosh took all that ability, went to South Beach, and said, "Listen, I'm a 2-time All-Star. I'm a Olympic gold medalist. I'm this, I'm that, but I'm gonna go to Miami and be the third option on a team that will contend for championships. Right? And he changed his game from being an all-out offensive weapon at the 4, right, to playing center. Remember, not the first 2 years, but about his third year,
Yeah,
he was playing center for the Heat, right? The defensive captain, calling out assignments. But you sacrifice what you can. You sacrifice what you can in order to win a championship. And so that's the message I'm sending to Kyle Kuzma.
You know, with in time, hopefully he'll mature. And the thing is, it could be the spotlight too. A lot of cats can't handle that spotlight.
Yeah.
You know, you say you want this, you say you want that, but you can't handle that spotlight, those big lights. The same can be said about certain people can't play in New York. They can't step under there. They can't put the white, orange, and blue on. They can't stand in those lights and feel that being that pressure cooker. Because come on, man. In New York, you know you can go from 0 to hero or hero to 0. It don't matter.
Right.
You gonna
Hey, look
hear
at Ingram. He a superstar with New Orleans.
Yeah.
And look at Randall.
I'll use the bathroom real quick.
You know, but the thing is Kuz went there when, you know, just leave it alone, man. Just walk away. Sometimes you just got when to be quiet and just stay quiet and keep it pushing and let your game play. That's basically bottom line.
Cause LeBron my boy, but you know what I'm saying, it'd be a lot of people can't play with him like that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like your game had to be like perfect to play with him. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. Hey, see,
cause look at Harold. He ain't getting no playing time, and he a clutch guy. I like why Harold didn't play no why he ain't getting no minutes in the playoff or nothing.
And you know, a lot of it then too is it's different it's different styles or whatever else. You know, when Harold left, I didn't think he was a good fit with the Lakers. He should have stayed there with the Clippers because they knew how to use him properly. Because you can go
me too.
You know, and it's the same can be said for like our situation with Randall. Randall got with the right coach and was able to pull the best of Randall out after all the work he had. He did all the work he had put in.
I think Harold would be a good fit with the New York Knicks. Like his style of play.
Yeah, he's tough. You know, he's
a tough guy, man.
We need those tough roughneck type players, but we need. Truth be told, we don't have them on this team. But we don't. We need that Mason, that Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley type
of dude.
X-Man type of cat on the team.
And surround them with some scores.
Yeah, man.
And a center, man. Hey, Soulfinger, man. I think we need to get Towns, man, before it's too late.
We'll see how that goes.
What you think?
I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm not even looking at trying to break up the team or anything right off. I want to see which way we go first before we go. Towns could be a hell of an addition. I can't say it wouldn't because he brings a different element to the game. But with Mitch being as young as he is, the foot thing is a concern.
Yeah.
But I like what he can bring because he can play down low. He can stretch that floor. That's a 5, you know, and it all goes to what system works best for him. You know, because correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had better numbers. His best numbers were with Tibbs, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell you something. Towns gave you like 28 points a game.
Yeah, I would have to look at when Freezy get back. We could just check a look at those numbers. but I know he had a better. He did play better under Tibbs than he has with anybody else. And the whole thing with Jimmy Butler puts him on a bad put that bad light on him. And per se, then too, that's with time, all things change, people change. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I what's the name? Harold, he's over there in Washington. We see how he works out with them. He's a good bench piece. He's a solid bench piece. He's not a starter. And for his size, he is kind of playing out of position because he's kind of like a tweener at center, but he can play power forward. It's just kind of like he's a tweener. So
If we get rid of Toppin to get Towns or Litter or whoever, we could ask for Washington. We could ask for Harold.
nah, I wouldn't give up.
But you're gonna have to give us something to get Towns.
Well,
You know what I mean?
really, truth be told, I like Dame. I do. I like Dame, but to be honest, don't want him. Not with what we got going right now. I don't want him.
Yeah.
I don't want him.
I'm just concerned about Kimba his knee issue, and Derrick Rose. You know what I mean?
Well, see, the thing is I'm glad you said that because Freezy did this, and I know he put you on the spot, Freezy. Freezy brought up the numbers on that before. So that's one thing I love about Freezy. Freezy will break out the numbers and the stats. And if you look at Kimba when he came back from that knee injury, his numbers were better, and he did play better. And the thing is, with Rose, the thing is we leaned on D Rose more than what we should have. But that's no knock on Elf. It's just what it was. We got everything we could get out of Elf. Elf is just what's gonna get it. You can manage the minutes with both Kimba and D Rose now, but the fact that
if Tibbs gonna do that though, that's the only thing. Is Tibbs gonna do that?
Well, but see, the thing is, that's why we got Deuce. You got Deuce. You still got Burks that can spell some minutes, and we still got
quickly
IQ.
too.
So IQ, and then too, don't forget, I'm hoping that I know a lot of people saying he's a wash, but the forgot about Luka. Maybe something to shake loose after he's been over here in this time zone, acclimated to the time zone and everything, because that's really big on the body, going from one time zone to another.
Well, he hurt himself. That's why he was playing like he was playing. He had his foot and his ankle.
Yeah, I mean, and then like I said, we have pieces to get that we could get Cat. We got some cash. We got draft picks, but the thing is I'm not gonna say anything. Well, we'll never use all those draft picks because the front office proved me wrong, because I was one of the saying, we'll never draft that many rookies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, those draft pick could be a package too to get Town.
I mean, you could, but
the Charlotte pick.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, I'm not really looking, because the season hadn't started yet. I'm not even looking for any trades. I want to see where we at now before you can make that assessment of which way to go, because you never know. Mitch come back, and we can see that Mitch that it could be a consistent Mitch that broke his hand, or the consistent Mitch that before he broke his foot that game. It could be that Mitch. We never know.
You think he'll be able to stop MB? Because we need somebody for MB. MB is a monster, man.
Nah, ain't nobody stopping MB, bro.
No, you see, the thing is, certain players you can't stop. You just want to slow them down. The key to it is, and correct me if I'm wrong with this one, Freezy. The key to it is you let him get his numbers. It's the others you don't let get loose.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And so
then he's gonna be looking at his teammate. Yo, where y'all at?
Right. And, so just want to speak to what Soulfinger said. I have it pulled up here. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, right? Just real quick about the Kemba Walker numbers. I had it on the spreadsheet. I don't know what I did with the spreadsheet, but I'm gonna just show this, and I'm gonna show this so that people will know that we don't just make the stuff up, right? So if you see on the screen, pre-All-Star. Oh, let me first do this. Shout out to Brad Johnston for the Super Chatter Platter. Brad Johnson says, thanks for all the love, guys. Hey, man, listen. Hey, Brad Johnston, love is free, bro. Love is free. It's just about doing it, man. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? We that's what we do here, bro. Hey, but here's the thing though, to the point about Kemba, right? I'm gonna scroll up so y'all know it's Kemba's. Right. See that? Y'all see Kemba, right? All right. All right. And so I'm going down. Right there, you'll see pre-All-Star. He was shooting 38.8% from the floor, 36.6% from three, 91.4% from the free throw line, and was averaging about 18 points a game. After the All-Star break in 23 games, his minutes went up to 33.4. He was shooting 44.8% from the floor, 35% from three, 88.6% from the free throw line. His rebounds and assists went up, right? His assists went up from 4.6 to 5.3, and his rebounds went up from 3.6 to 4.3. Now, 4.3 rebounds a game from a dude that's listed as 6 foot tall is impressive. That means there's some dog in there, right? You don't expect dudes 6 foot 160 to average 4 rebounds. And for a dude to do that, that's impressive.
Yes. You already know where I'm rolling with you on that, Freezy, because like I said, you brought the numbers out. So
yeah, man.
I'm not. Am I letting that be my whole focal point? Worried about both Kemba and D Rose's knee? No. I'm not gonna be all pie in the sky about it. I can't be, because we have other options. Because again, whenever you've seen a Knicks team this deep,
right?
We got options. And if you look at and see, Jay Boogie pointed this out on with Ron, well, back on Man show. We actually have pieces to the pieces we have, you can remove and you still got that same type player.
Yep.
If you stand back and look at that. So we'll be good there. With the exception of how we are at center with Mitch. Because we don't, but the thing is Tibbs has a certain style of center he likes. His prototypical center, look at Joakim Noah.
Right.
That was his main type center. Now, I'm not going to lie, Big Cat would be something else. Cat would be something else in but the thing is, my only concern is, can he handle those lights?
Right.
Seriously, I like his game. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of, you've been playing in Minnesota and everything, but then you come to a city, you come into the Mecca, bro.
I would ask you this. Do you think players will wilt with more pressure on, or will they rise to the occasion?
That's a real good question. You kind of put me in a box where it can kind of go both ways. And the reason I'm saying is some players do wilt under the pressure.
Right.
But then you have some, they relish, they want the pressure. If they don't have enough pressure, they can't perform.
Right. And when I say wilt, I don't mean wilt like in a wilt like in a mentally weak type situation. I mean, sometimes, like for instance, I say that with Chris Paul. Legion of Knicks said something one time, like a couple of years ago, and it was like one of the most interesting points I ever heard somebody make, right? So Legion of Knicks said something about Chris Paul physically maybe locking up something like that in big games. Like, because something, if you notice, something always happens to Chris Paul in pressure moments.
Yeah.
Right? And so you don't know if that's a mental or physical thing. Maybe the mental part of it, maybe he's pushing his body to the limit and his body can't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's like a mental thing where he locks up and then something happens to his body as a consequence. You know what I mean? But every time you've seen Chris Paul in big time pressure situations, he's always hurt.
Yeah, he does come up hurt a lot, and that's been the knock on his legacy since he's been, his big time games when you need him, he's not there. The man is he has the IQ. He's got all that, man. It's just that the man can't stay healthy in the key situation. His unavailability is the thing.
Right. Man. Bro. Well, I will say this, man. I will say this. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get out of here because I think my voice.
Yeah, you need to go and rest yourself up, Freeze.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all check out that video, though. So I got that video of Karl Anthony Towns trade. Is it time? Make sure you check it out. I used some new software for it. It ain't perfect, but my heart is in it. I was sick and bored at the same time. So y'all check that out. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna save it. Well, no, I won't save it. I'll say this. We're gonna watch the Knicks during today. I think today is the first step in our championship march. And I'm not saying we're gonna win a championship this year, but depending on how we come out of the gate today, it's gonna set the tone on the way we walk moving forward. Yeah, because we'll learn a lot today by what the staff says. Because if they slip up and say something like, "Yeah, we have championship aspirations for this team," bro, everybody in Knicks universe is going to be on streaming, doing videos or something. Or if they say, "We taking it one step at a time, we doing such and such," then everybody's going to relax and then get their outfit ready for the first game of the year in October.
See, and that's just it. That's just it. See, the thing is they're gonna have to watch what they say, because you say one thing out of pocket, they're gonna run with it, man. They're gonna run harder than a greyhound, man.
Right.
So,
me too.
Yeah, I mean, we all, because the thing is, we're thirsty, we're hungry, we want more, because the way the season ended, we want more.
More, right? Yep.
It's like that. I think it was a Geico commercial where had the two cats, they were lifting weights, and he was talking about more, and they kept getting bigger. Say, no, bro, more. They kept getting bigger. No, more. They were all diesel. That's us right now.
Right.
We want more. We want more. So, I mean, and it's not a bad thing, man, because
we have had less forever.
Yeah, man, look, I can't remember, like I said, the first time I seen a front office, a team, and money and draft picks with with the Knicks was the first in every area, man.
Right, exactly. The 13th month on the calendar.
Yeah,
it's
just been rough, and we want it and we deserve it. And we're getting ready to go on 50 years of not having a chip, man. Yep. A lot of people in Knicks Nation don't even never seen it. I was a few months old.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
And then you got cats in Knicks Nation that's old, older than us.
Right.
That got a chance to celebrate it, but then it was long, lean years, man.
Right.
Long, lean years. The Great Depression.
You and I both, I was little, bro. I was little when the Knicks was winning those championships, man. Those are not my championships.
Not at all.
I don't remember Dave DeBusschere. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember. I remember Clyde because as a kid. Oh, okay, so I'll give you an example. As a kid growing up in Jersey City, my two heroes, I think I had like 3 or 4 sports heroes. Muhammad Ali for one, because he was everybody's sports hero around my way. Right? He was in his prime. He was fighting Joe Frazier, all that stuff. Cleon Jones used to play in the outfield for the New York Mets. Joe Namath, because of what he did with the Jets. I wasn't a Jets fan. I just like Joe Namath's swagger. You know what I'm saying? And Clyde Frazier, because he was the epitome of cool. Right? And cool was the word back then. Be cool, man. You know, he cool. But yo, Heartstorm Media's in the building.
Oh,
What's good?
Heartstorm? Salute, Heartstorm.
Yeah, man. Heartstorm Media's Chop Low in the building. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. My voice done had it. I appreciate y'all coming through. Man. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, rest up, Freeze. Hope you get better, man. Like I said, I'm about to load up on some stuff and deal with this. Whenever we get this change in weather and a drop in temperature, man, these joints and all that hurt, man. As we call him, I talk about him, Arthur Lee. If you don't know who he is, Arthur Lee Writers. Yeah, he's talking to me, man. So I feel you.
I got arthritis in my back, bro.
Yes.
From being,
man, the military days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say more. I already know. And you, where were you? Where were you in the army?
So I was a chemical operations specialist.
That's right. Yeah. So you moving.
And so I was attached to whatever unit was moving. I would get attached to whatever moving. Whoever going somewhere, that was me. Or whoever moving. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Let me get out of here.
Push those fluids, man. Get that rest. Stay on that tea, and you know what, and we'll be around tomorrow. Good show, Freeze.
And I ain't ready to do none of that. I'm ready to get ready for work.
Hey, Freezy, hey, you sure you ain't related to James Brown, the hardest man working?
Man, you know how it is, bro. I gotta get this Knicks versus video up, and then get ready for some. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all know how it is, man. Thank you everybody for coming through. It's gonna be a busy day today. Don't think I forgot about y'all, man. We might be able to get on tonight. I'm not for sure yet. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll send y'all a reminder in enough time for y'all to plan accordingly. Hey, man, God bless everybody for coming through. Soulfinger, thank you as usual, man. Clutch.
Salute.
Man, y'all have a good day, man. I'll holler at y'all later.
Be easy.
Yeah, man. Peace.